Number one is that if you do nothing, people will criticize you. If you do something, people will criticize you. So criticism is a fixed cost, period. Third is that when you're thinking about feedback is, one, not all feedback is created equal. You don't want to listen to the people who are closest to you. You want to listen to the people who are closest to your goals. And so listen to the people who are already at your goals, who already have achieved those goals, and listen to their feedback. And so to the same degree, anybody who's who's a real entrepreneur is going to be like, hell yeah, man, you got out there. Oh, of course you failed. I mean, obviously you failed, but that's okay, right? So expect failure. And I think that if you can play it out, there's a really wonderful Stoic frame around this, which is the frame of the veteran, which is if you were to imagine whatever bad experience occurs happening 1,000 times more in a row, how would you feel on the 1,000th time? And if that's how you're going to feel on the 1,000th time with the exact same condition, you might as well feel that way today. That's the feedback that you're going to get from the videos, and it's going to keep happening, and it's okay.
You know, something that because people are often like that to me, like, Jay, how do you solve a problem? I'm like, if I think something's a big problem to solve or a skill to learn, I will cancel every evening plan this week, and I will cancel my entire weekend. And all I'm doing this weekend is figuring out that skill. I'll get a coach, I'll commit to the time, and I'll be around that community of people. And all of a sudden in a month, I've solved a problem that could have taken me 6 years.
I think it's getting completely immersed and just soaked in whatever the thing that you're trying to pursue. They're slow, they don't build it the right way. And so this is right as some of the early kind of softwares they come out. And I had put it off, and then I finally said, both days this weekend, I'm locking the doors, I'm closing the frames, I'm turning off my phone, and I just had a simple page. I said, I'm just gonna copy this page. I just wanna see if I can figure it out. And I set 2 full days aside, and I finished it by noon. So most times, it's almost like fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. It's like, it's more than you expect, but less than you think. Think, okay, now you wanna wrap your arms around it. And I think that's why having these kind of longer, intense sessions, where you kind of drink all of it up. Because if you did multiple 30-minute sessions, for example, it's like, it'll take you the first 15 minutes to get back into, what did I just learn last time? And then it's very hard to make progress. And so I'm a massive advocate of full shutdown days. I mean, drink your coffee, get your good night's sleep, and then put your earplugs in and then like lock in.
And then the second question was, why are we so uncomfortable with selling, promoting ourselves, putting ourselves out there?
So one is the promotion, which is kind of public embarrassment, public harassment, that stuff. The second one is, why am I scared to ask this person for money? Right. And so I think on some level, it comes down to some people feel like imposters, but I think that there's a very tactical way to overcome that, which is you outwork your self-doubt.